You drink the milk of another animal. Think about how strange that actually is. No other adult animal on Earth does this. A grown lion does not drink milk. Only humans, and only some humans, drink milk as adults. And the reason why is one of the strangest stories in human history. Let's start with a basic fact your body is hiding from you. Every human is born able to digest milk. Babies have an enzyme called lactase. Lactase breaks down lactose, the sugar in milk. But here is the twist. For most of human history, that enzyme switched off after childhood. Once you grew up, your body stopped making it. And without lactase, milk makes you sick. This is called being lactose intolerant. And here is what shocks most people. Being lactose intolerant is the normal human state. Around 2/3 of all adults on Earth cannot fully digest milk. So how did drinking milk ever become normal? To find out, we go back about 10,000 years. Humans had just started farming, and they began keeping animals: cows, goats, sheep. At first, animals were kept for meat. But killing an animal only feeds you once. A living animal, though, gives milk again and again. Milk was a renewable food source. In a hungry world, that was incredibly valuable. There was just one problem. These early farmers were lactose intolerant. Drinking fresh milk made them sick. So how did they use it? They got clever. When milk sits and ferments, bacteria eat the lactose. That turns it into cheese and yogurt, foods with far less lactose. Suddenly, even lactose-intolerant people could eat dairy. We have proof of this. Archaeologists found milk fat residue on 7,000-year-old pottery. So, cheese and yogurt came first. Drinking raw milk came much, much later. Now here is where it gets truly remarkable. Because of how useful milk was, evolution stepped in. In a few populations, a random genetic mutation appeared. This mutation kept the lactase enzyme switched on for life. Scientists call it lactase persistence. If you had this mutation, you could drink milk as an adult. No sickness, just pure nutrition. And in a world of famine, that was a superpower. Think about it. When crops failed and people starved, the milk drinkers had a backup food supply, and they passed the milk gene on. Over thousands of years, the milk drinkers multiplied. This is evolution happening in fast forward, one of the fastest genetic changes in all of human history. But here is a detail almost nobody knows. This did not happen just once. The milk mutation appeared separately in different parts of the world, one version in Europe. Nature solved the same problem multiple times because milk was that valuable. But not every milk culture evolved the gene. Take the herders of Central Asia. They have relied on milk for thousands of years, yet most of them are still lactose intolerant. How? Because they ferment everything. They turn horse milk into a fizzy drink called kumis. Fermentation removed the lactose for them, so they never needed the mutation at all. It shows there were two paths to drinking milk: change your genes or change your food. Now, let's bust a myth. Many people think humans drank milk and then evolved to handle it. But the science shows the opposite order. Humans were using milk for thousands of years before the gene to digest it became common. The culture came first. The biology caught up later. We changed our food, and our food changed our DNA. That is called gene-culture coevolution, and milk is the most famous example of it. Here is another strange piece of the puzzle. Why did this mutation spread so fast in Northern Europe? One theory is sunlight, or the lack of it. Your body needs vitamin D to absorb calcium. Your skin makes vitamin D from sunlight. But Northern Europe is cloudy and dark, which means weaker bones. But milk is packed with calcium, so in dark northern regions, milk drinkers had stronger bones. Another reason the milk gene thrived there. Today, the map of milk tolerance tells the story. In Northern Europe, most adults can drink milk. In much of Asia and Africa, most cannot. It maps almost perfectly onto ancient herding cultures. Your ability to drink milk is a fossil, a genetic fingerprint left by your ancestors' diet. If you can drink milk easily, somewhere in your family tree were herders who depended on it. If you can't, your ancestors simply ate other things. Now think about how far we have taken this. Today, milk is a global industry. Billions of people drink it every single day. We turned it into cheese, butter, ice cream, yogurt. An entire food universe built from one weird idea. Drinking the milk of another animal. Something that started as a desperate way to survive famine became one of the most successful foods in human history. And it rewrote our DNA along the way. So, next time you pour a glass of milk, remember, you are doing something almost no other adult animal can do. You are drinking a 10,000-year-old survival trick, written into your genes by hungry ancestors who refuse to waste a single drop. That's the real story of milk, a famine food that became a superpower, and a mutation that changed our species forever. If you learned something new today, you know what to do. There are thousands of these hidden stories in human history, and we are just getting started. See you